Good morning, beautiful people. I woke up this morning and immediately had this download that was really dope, and I just wanted to share it with you. The word fast came into my mind, which typically, if you know anything about me, I'm a pretty slow moving dude. So it was an acronym that all just kind of came all at once. The F is focus. Focus on what you desire. Napoleon Hill would call it the burning desire. Maybe you've heard the word intention, goal setting. What do you want? Get absolutely crystal clear about what you want. Focus. In yoga, the sixth limb of the eight limbs of yoga is called dhyana, which means one-pointed focus. Quite literally, put your full attention on something for a long period of time, sustained one-pointed focus. So you're visualizing with your mind's eye the goal that you want to achieve. And A is for alignment. And alignment is in reference to your body and your emotions. So you can think of focus as your mental body, and then alignment would be the emotional and physical bodies. So your five senses would be the body, your sensate experience, if you've heard that term, another yoga drop there. But the idea here, Joe Dispenza talks about this: use your mind to focus on the end outcome, the goal, the wish fulfilled if you're a Neville Goddard fan. Then feel what it would feel like to achieve that goal. Feel it in your body. What if you were in that exact moment of success, of accomplishment in that goal? What would that feel like? If you're literally there visualizing it as if it was happening now, then and there and here and now are the same thing. There is no time. Your mind is able to focus on that point, and you can convince it that it actually is real in that moment. And the more you create an association with your five senses to this vision, this image, this wish fulfilled in your imagination, the stronger the convincing to your mind, to your being. And so what smells would you smell in that environment that you're in? So maybe your wish fulfilled is making a certain amount of money in your job, or looking a certain way with your body. Imagine, like, for the body one, it's a little easier. Let's just roll with it. Your eyes see the body the way you want it to look. You're ripped and lean or whatever. The smell, maybe the smell of the gym, or whatever you can do to associate more of these senses. What sounds do you hear? The workout equipment, or the music, your favorite song, or a motivational speech going in your head, and you're listening to it as you're seeing yourself in the mirror, lifting that weight or looking the way that you want to look. Or maybe it's you're listening, if you're achieving a promotion, or you created some kind of success in your career. Maybe it's something related to a conversation or a promotion. Maybe you see with your eyes your boss shaking your hand and smiling and saying, congratulations, you've been promoted. So you're hearing him speak, you're watching him give you this promotion. Taste, kind of tough. Maybe you can taste something in this experience depending on what the goal is. Touch is a good one. Touching your firm muscles on your body, shaking your boss's hand, holding that money, holding that check, holding that lover, holding that partner that you're calling in so you can have that deep, intimate, romantic relationship. Whatever you can do to bring all of these five senses. What's the one that I missed? Taste, touch, sight, smell, sound. Okay, yeah, I got them. And then the heart is the emotions. So now you're visualizing the wish fulfilled, the promotion, the lover, the body, whatever. And you are creating this strong neural association because you're feeling it through the body. And now the last step is to imagine the emotions that would be coming up. And if you do this well enough, you will feel these emotions in the exact moment. And that's the whole point of this whole thing, is to feel it here and now. And then you can detach from the outcome altogether, because it's the feeling that you're seeking. The feeling is the secret, another Neville Goddard line. It's not necessarily the actual money. It's the happiness that you think the money's gonna bring you, or the lover's gonna bring you, or whatever. And if you've ever heard the line like, I will be happy when I get that thing, be happy and you'll get that thing. That's the whole trick to this. And another line I love is, I'll believe it when I see it, believe it, and then you'll see it. You have to believe it and feel it first. Feel the emotions. You've got the vision in your mind and all of these strong associations to the physical body and the five senses. And then how does that make you feel? Well, fucking stoked, right? Like, I got this promotion. Like, I feel grateful. I feel proud of the work that I've put in. All these hours, all these days, all this time and effort put forth to create that which I desire. Good fucking job. Pat yourself on the back. That feels nice. Accomplished, happy, content, fulfilled. All of these are emotions that bubble up when you're in this experience. And so you're trying to associate these emotions with these physical sensations that are related to this mental image you have of the experience that you wish to experience. So this is such a strong practice. This is all Joe Dispenza's work. This is everybody in any field of the law of attraction, whether they're talking about it in a scientific way or if they're talking about it in a spiritual way. It's all the same thing, right? You are just using the full potential of your human organism to navigate through and design the life that you desire the most. You have to really focus for a long period of time on what you want, and then align yourself to that vision, to that desire. And then that, say, is your morning meditation practice. Focus for a sustained period of time on that which you desire, and align your body and your emotions to that vision, and hold the line, hold that vision, hold that feeling, and really bring those emotions in. The lover, you feel accepted, loved, nourished, whatever. With the body, you feel confident, right? You're like, hey, now I feel attractive, all these things. So then your confidence goes up, and then you're able to go out into your work life, or maybe to go have that conversation with that person that you're attracted to. So all of these feelings and emotions are really critical to tie into what you're focusing on if you wish to create it. And S, then after, say, you get up off your cushion or bolster, whatever it is, or chair. I teach most people in the beginning, especially dudes who have tight hips, sit in a chair. Just sit in a chair and sit your ass still and focus your mind on something that you like, that you want. You don't have to get down and crisscross applesauce. You don't have to chant and do all that stuff. I do all that. A lot of people do. It's great. That's extra little fuel to the fire, little things that you can do. But ultimately, it's just sitting still and focusing on what you want, and bringing all of your senses and your emotions into the experience as if you were there then, there now. And then you get up and go throughout your day. And FA, focus, alignment, service. This is the practice. This is the real deal, where you have to do your best all day long to see yourself in all beings that you come in contact with. The golden rule: do unto others as you would have done unto yourself. Love yourself, love the earth, and love one another. Be a vessel of love and service for all you come in contact with. Open the door for somebody. Give a smile to the lady at the grocery store or the farmer's market. Be fucking nice. It's not that hard. That's not necessarily true. It can be very hard. That's why it's a practice. It's simple. Let's put it that way. It's simple, but it can be very difficult to actually do that consistently when there's a lot going on in your environment and there are potential emotional triggers that piss you off. Somebody cuts you off in traffic, and instead of flipping them off and telling them to fuck off, who cares? Let it go. Let it the fuck go. Detach from that and just be of service as much as you can to people. This is like, I won't go off on a tangent on this story, but for example, with my landlords, just like yelling at me in the yard because she's scared about COVID. And that's the end of that story ultimately, because the lesson for me is have compassion. She's scared. And if there's anything that I can do that's of the most service, it's to just be present to her fear and let it the fuck go and not talk back and not justify why I'm right, even though parentheses I am in this scenario, in this story, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. It's better to be happy than to be right. I think that's Buddha, but it's just the idea that no matter what, don't let somebody rattle you off your center. Don't emotionally react. Respond. Responsibility is the ability to respond. There's this moment, this present moment of infinity that is between cause and effect, where someone does something and the effect, instead of reacting, you choose how you respond. Maybe you don't respond. In Taoism, it's called Wu Wei, actionless action or effortless action, where instead of you just word, all good, homie, love you, I wish you the best, I really hope you can get over this fear, and if there's anything I can do to help with that, by just being here present and having compassion for you and not talking back and just nodding my head and maybe even apologizing, whatever it is, do that, right? Be of service to everybody. You give and you receive. You reap what you sow. Give out love. And it's going to come back to you. It's a universal law, okay? Service. Always, always, always. That's a practice. Oof. And it really helps when you're in that state in the morning, in that theta alpha state where your brain is a little bit more lucid and you're still in that kind of 1 foot in the physical body, 1 foot in the subconscious realm, if you will, the dream sleep state. That's a great time to set an intention to really try your best, and you're going to fail all the time. I fail all the fucking time at being a conduit of light and of love, a vessel of service, right? But do your best and focus on that, because the more you give out love, the more you will get it back, which is ultimately in the form of, in the material representation of your dream, your goal, your desire that you wish to have fulfilled. So really, really emphasize that through your day all the time, every moment. We forget often. Remember that service is the work, okay? You got to serve yourself. You got to set boundaries. You got to love and care for yourself. And then when your cup is full, go out into the world and share that love with others through your service, through your work, whatever that is. Again, it could be your career, or it could just be giving somebody a compliment, or just having nice manners, or just fucking eating it and not responding, right? Whatever that is. And T, truth. Speak truth. This one is tough too. This is tough because this goes in conjunction with the service, where if somebody says something, or it's the mind, right? It loves to be like, oh, it's all good. Like, no, you can just, this isn't a lie. This is just, it's like basically true, all that shit. You gotta fucking cut the sword through that shit and be truthful. Be ruthlessly truthful no matter what. And it's so scary to be truthful because of all these fears that come up about rejection. Oh, that person's not going to like me if I'm honest. If I tell them how I really feel, maybe they won't be my friend anymore. Maybe they won't like me, or maybe they'll leave me if it's a partner. If I tell my boss how I really feel, maybe I'll get fired, and then, oh shit, then how am I going to pay rent? Right there you go down the hill. And so it's tough. It's really tough because the mind wants you to choose the easiest option. Being truthful sometimes isn't easy. It can be difficult because it's uncomfortable, and it creates an opportunity for something to happen that you can't predict. You don't know how that person's going to respond if you're truthful, but that doesn't fucking matter. What matters is that you're fucking honest. And I'm speaking to myself here just as much as you guys with all this, because I got the download this morning, right? So the message ultimately is for me. Like, I got to live this shit. And I do my best every day. I do my best, and I fuck up every single day, and that's okay. I keep trying. Today, I dare to try again. Let's go. Be ruthlessly honest with yourself and with others in all conversations. Conversation going on up here. Oh, blah, 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 blah. You have to, this is actually a conscious practice, and it's something that I started many years ago, 5 years ago, whatever. And this is actually a part of reconditioning, rewiring your brain. I'm pretty sure Joe Dispenza talks about this, but there's plenty of other people that talk about this concept too, even in the neuroscience and actual conditioning realm field, where when you have a thought that is not in alignment, going back to alignment with what you're desiring to create, what you're focusing on, or that potentially is not in service to yourself or the greater good, you have to stop and consciously say, nope, actually, that's an old thought. That's an old pattern. That's just conditioning. We are not our minds. We are not our thoughts, right? They're just a part of our experience. And so you can control them and change them at any point in time if you choose to. Consciously, you have to stop. Like, this self-talk shit is huge. So I hear people, clients all the time, I hate my body. I hate my whatever. I hate my wrists. One of my clients, maybe you'll watch this and you know who you are. My stupid wrists. Your wrists are awesome. They help you to eat food and wipe your butt and, do your job. Like for this person, their job requires a lot of hands. The exact example that I'm using about the wrists. I'm like, if you didn't have wrists, you wouldn't be able to do your job. Like you never would have met me and had an opportunity to do all these things that you've done with your life if you didn't have wrists. Like wrists are awesome. Your body is awesome. But this self-talk, it's just patterns we pick up from other people through conditioning via our environment, epigenetics, and we believe this story over a period of time. Tell a lie 1,000 times, it becomes the truth. Classical conditioning. It just is what you believe to be true, even if it's not per se. But what's true for you is true for you. If you believe it's true, likely you're going to create that as your reality, and it will become so if you keep telling yourself that that's what is true, what you believe to be true. So the catch is like, I hate my body. You have to stop. I'm fat. Whatever. You have to stop and go, hey, you know what? Actually, I take that back. So you gotta sword that shit. You gotta cut that shit and say, hey, no, actually, I love myself. Whatever you gotta do, or you say something. Gossip's another big one when you're talking shit about other people. This is really common. Again, I could use a ton of examples, but you get the idea where if you say something that isn't in integrity, that isn't capital T true to the highest truth, everybody's got a heart. Everybody deep down feels, gives, and receives love, right? Have compassion for that. Understand that as a universal truth, that we're all connected. Right? We're all made from fucking star particles. This is a scientific fact, right? We all breathe oxygen. We all have hearts and lungs and brains and eyes and noses and beautiful smiles, right? Maybe not as majestic of a beard as me, but that's okay. My point of this is you have to rewire that neural network in your brain by synaptic pruning. Cut that old thought, cut that old pattern, cut that old behavior, cut that bullshit out that isn't a capital T truth. It's just something you've conditioned yourself, conned yourself into believing. That little voice on the shoulder that's you're not good enough, whatever it is. Hey, actually, no, I choose to believe something different. I choose to rewrite my story. I choose to change the script. You have to really consciously cut that in the moment. And I like the practice for me, and like the more you emphasize it, the better. So if you stop yourself and verbally out loud say, actually, you know what? I take that back. Especially if you're in a conversation with somebody else, super powerful, because then you are giving them the opportunity to realize the misalignment in their thinking as well, and see like, oh shit, like they look up to you in that way to see you as an example, living the truth. And so if you're not in a place where you're like on the bus or something, you can't say something out loud, or you're in a meeting or something, you have a thought in a meeting like, I'm never going to be able to finish that task my boss just told me to do. Wait, hold on. That's coming from a point of belief that I'm not good enough, that I'm not worthy, that I'm not smart, that I'm not talented, whatever that is. You got to cut that. And so maybe it's just mentally, you just say, hey, you know what? You fuck right off and get out of here, old thought pattern of limitation and separation and lack. And I actually am good enough. I'll give it my best. Whatever that first step is, I'll give it my best is better than I'm not good enough. I'll give it my best. I'll try. I'll do it to the fullest of my ability. I can do that. I will do that. I can, I will, I must. Eric Thomas, anybody? So that's where it starts. To be truthful, you have to unlearn, you have to remove, you have to cut through those non-truths that are just conditioned thoughts that we think over and over and over again. And a lot of the times they're just unconscious. We're not even aware of the fact that we're saying this shit to ourselves or to other people or gossiping or whatever. And so awareness has to come first. You have to be aware. Oh, wait, no, actually, that's some bullshit. I'm going to cut that. And now I choose to think a new way. I choose to act a new way. I choose something new. And I choose truth. This is what feels. Stop and feel for a moment. Go, oh, this is what's true. This is what's true. Guys, we've got the compass. We've got the technology. We're a fucking walking GPS. If you know what you want, if you're focused on what your burning desire is, and you're taking care of yourself, taking care of your body, taking care of your heart, and listening, and you're in alignment, and you're truly working to make the world a better place through service, then you'll know what's true. You'll know it. Truth bumps, right? Maybe you're like, oh, I got goosebumps. Truth bumps, baby. That's a nervous system response saying, warmer, warmer, getting warmer, hot, 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 right? And you know also when you're like, ooh, that didn't feel good. That was not true. That's where I got to take that back now, or I'm just going to keep fucking colder. So you got to listen. You got to become aware and listen for the truth. Fast. Okay. This is a slow process, but I love the acronym and it came to me this morning. And so I just had to throw this out. What a ramble. Maybe somebody will listen. Maybe this will resonate. If it does, drop a comment, give your perspective. We're all here to learn and to teach together. To me, those are very synonymous. And every story is a different perspective that can allow an opportunity for another to heal, to integrate, to step into their truth and to share their story. So that's super powerful. So please leave your feedback. Let me know what you think of this. Add some different things. Maybe we make it a longer acronym. But yeah, share this with somebody if you think this is something that would impact them in a positive way. And focus on your dreams, guys. Stay in alignment with your greatest desires. With, take care of yourself. Stay in alignment with your body and your emotions, and listen. Go out there, love one another, love yourself, serve for the greater good to make this world and humanity better. And stand in your truth. Speak your truth. Don't be afraid. Do not be afraid. You will be taken care of if you are standing and speaking your truth. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Sat Nam. Take care.